Hello, 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 hello. Welcome to another Bad Seed Brighton Property of the Week video. Since my last update, survey has been completed, chez moi, and the valuation, and I haven't heard anything. The surveyor said, yeah, do you know what? You've been in the place 18 years. It's got wear and tear, but no horror stories. So that's a good thing. There's a lot to think about when you're planning to move to another country. I have got my first French bank account. Credit Agricole run an account called Britline, and it's designed for foreign nationals wanting a French bank account. It's serviced in French. All the paperwork I've received is obviously in French, but I had a call with them, set up the account. I've made my first deposit into the bank account, which was free, by doing it via their service. Obviously, there's no such thing as free. If someone's not levying a charge, then they're hitting you on the currency conversion rate. But you know what I mean. I've got a French bank card, and I'll be able to use that on my pending trip. It's, what is it? I think it's the 12th of April today. So I'm there in about 1 to 3 weeks. I've booked the ferry over to Dieppe. I'll be travelling down to Lower Normandy. I've made contact with some estate agents. I think at the moment I've got 4 or 5 properties to view, one of which I'm not even going to tell you about, because I'm very excited about it. Watch this space. We'll see what happens. You know, the worry is, it is 3 weeks away. Any of those properties could go under offer between now and then. There was a property I wanted to view, and that has happened to that. It's no longer on the market. There was a property I wanted to show you this week. I can't remember the name of the place it was in. It was €20,000. It looked like the Addams family house, and it was a bit of a horror show inside, but it was an incredible property. The property I'm going to show you today is in a place called Isigny-le-Buat, which coincidentally was where I stayed when I went to visit some YouTubers and view a property about 51 weeks ago. Where's the time go, eh? So this is the property. Okay, as always, credit where credit is due. This property I found on greenacres.com website, and it's brought to market by Ludovic Garnier of Immobilier Efficity. As always, I'll put the link in the description here. As you can see, the properties in Isigny-le-Buat. which is about 75 minutes south of Caen and about 30 minutes east of the coast and Mont Saint-Michel. Beautiful part of the world, UNESCO heritage site, etc. And as you can see, Isigny is bang in my preferred search area. Bressy, Sur-de-Val to the north, Barenton to the east, and it's just north of Saint-Hilaire-du-Harcouët. The property description itself describes this property as being a farmhouse to renovate, a house with stone facade, a footprint of 130 square meters, so decent size, several outbuildings, land of 9,300 square meters in grassland and woods, situated at the quiet end of a cul-de-sac, 3.5 kilometers from the village of Isigny-le-Buat itself. So as you can see, the property benefits from its own private gated drive. And I think that's a lovely shot of the house, just set back from the road, surrounded by, mature trees. There's a shot here of what I assume is just a little chicken coop, which looks like it's seen better days. And I think that might give you a hint as to the inside of the property. Just a side view here, showing the drive coming up all the way to the property, which is nice. You've got this slightly less attractive lean-to to the left of the property, and then a shot here. I think this is the rear of the property, and I think what we're looking at there is a colombage wall. And one of the questions that's on my mind relates to house insurance. Here in the UK, it's one thing to insure a standard brick and tile property. One thing I don't know is, whether it's harder to insure a colombage property. A couple of shots here of the outbuildings. So this looks to be a good sized barn, possibly slightly falling into disrepair. And then you've got this second smaller outbuilding. Again, the corrugated iron suggests to me that perhaps the colombage is in need of updating. There's some shots here of the land, the plot that the property sits on. Numerous mature trees, some saplings growing as well. It's a nice private location, but you can see houses in the distance. It's not totally isolated. I always say that I get worried looking at estate agent adverts where there are numerous pictures externally. I'm afraid I can't hide it any longer. It's time to go inside property, and this is what greets you coming in from the front door. So you can see there's damp to the walls. The roof joists, I think, actually look good. I mean, I think they were made so well, they're going to outlast you and I. But the floor, I don't know what's going on with the floor. I don't know whether that's just plank on earth, but there's fun to be had there. There's a rudimentary fuse box on the wall. It looks like the stove was taken out and then someone continued to have fires, or it was leaking. It's just such a shame, really, to see a property like this go to rack and ruin like this. This is savable, but it's a lot of work. There's a shot here. I think this is another ground floor room. Yeah, that external wall. It looks like that's starting to go, and I think that may well be colombage. We've got another shot here, just all looking a bit sad, neglected. And you know, sometimes family circumstances mean a house goes this way. A shot here of upstairs. The roof, again, doesn't look bad, doesn't look terrible. Obviously needs insulating. I'm not too concerned about that. It's a weird one, this one, you know, so many times I see places where the roof really needs attention. This doesn't look like that. It's the actual body of the property that needs the attention. I think this is another upstairs shot. That window looks shot to me, looks damp along the skirting board, along the base of that external wall. And then it's going to be a brave man who walks through that door to the left. Upstairs, yeah, another shot. So that's obviously the fireplace from below. And that really is everything we've got on this one. So a neglected property on a fantastic plot in a great location. So the question is, how much is it going to cost you for the privilege of renovating it? So the immobilier in this instance is asking €114,900, including agents' fees, excluding notaries. So that would equate to £99,700 sterling, which is 130,000 US dollars, or 181,000 Canadian, which equates to 207,000 Aussie dollars. Well, what do you make of that? Not one for the faint-hearted. In a really lovely part of the world. I can't stress that enough. Very close to the market town of Saint-Hilaire. You know, you've got Mont Saint-Michel on your doorstep. A beautiful approach to the property. Some lovely grounds. But, you know, let's not kid ourselves. That's a proper renovation job. Okay, that's it from me for this week. As always, please let me know what you think in the comments. Love to hear from you. Feel free to like. If you'd like more of the same, feel free to subscribe. Other than that, yeah, the next update may actually be French content. Let's see how we go. All right. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed. Have a great week, and I'll see you next time.